Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, with the inaugural match of the season. Straight to the action, we have the Battle of the Tymagolis with Ging in the north going up against Winterfell Wanderers. Next up, we have the Hounds of Baskerville versus Black Betty Bang the Lamb, which means we could see a resurgence of the old Hound versus Brienne rivalry. Should be interesting to watch out for. Next, we have Pod's Pleasure Palace, sporting a fairly young team but shouldn't be underestimated, versus a team needs a name, a strong contender. Still, we have Dinky's gang up against Gary Hooley, each leading their team with one of last year's MVPs. So, interesting matchups all around. Let's get to the action. After a somewhat confusing start with a player dropped from the sport last season making a surprise return. But listen to that noise, the chorus of a million pennies dropping. Is this what we think it is? Could it be possible? Yes! There it is! Pod's Pleasure Palace wasting no time from the whistle, sending their strongest player, Arya Stark, straight up the field with a solid 50 for magic use. What a beautiful moment, and off she goes with the 10 points, quickly reaching the 50-point maximum for unnamed deaths, and finishing on that hat-trick with a respectable 10 points for a winter reference.
Winter came for House Frey.
Proving that though she still might be young to the game, this rising star just can't be stopped. Time now for the opening ceremony. All rise for the national anthem. Up to the wall now, and Bran Stark also wasting no time with a 20-point vision for a team needs a name. Ed Tollett for the Hounds also making an appearance, but it seems these two teams know they are not rivals just yet, instead deciding to save their energy for later in the season. Bold strategy. Over to the Winterfell Stadium now, with Dinky's gang sending in MVP Jon Snow, Lyanna Mormont of Ging in the North there, Black Betty's Brienne also making an appearance. Snow making some fairly basic attempts for points here, but Gary Hooley is not giving him an inch, sending in Sansa Stark on defense, intercepting at every try. Snow instead going for the 10-point put down, but coming across as a bit of a mad king while he's at it, which may come back to bite him later in the season.
That is my decision, and my decision is final.
But it seems the real story here is the Battle of the Tymagolis slowly heating up, with minor players Lyanna Mormont and Tormund Giantsbane not wanting to miss an opportunity. Mormont netting a nice little 5 for Ging in the North.
I don't plan on knitting by the fire while men fight for me.
And the Wanderers sending Giantsbane in from the bench, overshadowing everyone with a shocking 30 points straight in.
Looks like we're the Night's Watch now.
It's all over the place really, and the sudden energy is dying fast.
Alice
But wait!
Karstark.
What's this? It's not over yet! Previous unknown Alice Karstark going for the surprise play, not wanting her first exposure on this field to go unnoticed. And there she goes, bending the knee as the new Lady Karstark. Looks of shock from the other players, netting the Hounds of Baskerville a very respectable 25 points. Black Betty Bang the Lamb will be kicking themselves. How could they have underestimated this one? Cersei and Jaime in the King's Landing ring now, both going for strong plays but falling short. Cersei instead managing just 5 points for Gary Hooley for taking a drink, an old favourite for the Lannister family. Black Betty's Jaime instead deciding to go for the sassy comeback.
3 kingdoms at best.
Also scoring a solid 5. Interesting tactics at play as it appears Cersei plans on bringing in a surprising ally, but who will it be? Incredible! It appears the Hounds of Baskerville are not done yet, sending in Euron Greyjoy for another bid for a promotion. Black Betty Bang the Lamb will not be sending Gary Hooley any thank you baskets for that. Euron quickly rose up the ranks last season after his first appearance, and it appears he does not plan on slowing down, despite what appears to be an injury to his accent.
It bothers me.
He's quickly racking up the points with bold chat-up lines and sassy put-downs.
1,000 ships and 2 good hands.
But can he match the earlier promotion from Alice Karstark?
I decline your proposal.
Oh, it appears not, but a good run nonetheless, should not be disappointed with that. A fantastic start to the season for Euron Greyjoy. Samwell Tarly over on the Old Town Courts now playing for Ging in the North. Many pundits agreeing that he will be the only player worth watching on these courts this season, with Black Betty's Gilly taking her usual back seat. Interesting strategies from Tarly as he makes a slow and unorthodox start to the season. But will we see this pay off for Ging in the North? The ref is now calling for a steward's inquiry. This game could not get more tense. Let's see that moment one more time.
Maesters, are you a maester?
No.
Not a very strong proposition, is it?
The officials are not happy between that savage put down and cleaning up bedpans for a living. They are calling for a 25-point demotion penalty, taking Ging in the North down to minus 15 points. There will be tears in the Hornhill City Centre tonight. Quickly revisiting the Winterfell Diamond for this episode 6 savagery highlight. Littlefinger playing for a team needs to name up to his usual tactics, disrupting the Gary Hooley offence, but Sansa Stark is having none of it, easily bagging her team a 10-point put down and this season's first sick savagery highlight.
No need to seize the last word, Lord Baelish. I'll assume it was something clever.
Arya Stark over in the Riverlands now and approaching the horseback stage of the race. But there is an interruption to play with a forced pop culture cameo invading the pitch. How can the HBO Sports Association still be letting this happen in this day and age? But the referee is not calling timeout and Arya Stark is powering on through, doing the best she can, quickly grabbing 5 points for her team for eating. A valiant effort, if not what she was hoping for. Arya Stark again proving she knows how to make the best of a bad situation. The Hounds of Baskerville in the Winter Sports Arena now, sending in team captain Sandor Clegane, allied with Beric and Thoros of the Winterfell Wanderers. Clegane returning for the first time to this arena after a rocky match in the 2014 season. But he's using the familiar territory to his advantage, quickly claiming points for his usual double threat of eating and savagery.
You think you're fooling anyone with that top knot? Bold cunt.
It even looks like he's going for a religion switch and vision combo, an extremely out of character decision for this player. The Hounds of Baskerville really going for the surprise factor in their strategy for this game.
Ice.
And there he goes with the vision for a solid 20 points for his team. Can he make it the double with a religion switch for the finish?
We ask the Father to judge us with mercy.
Oh, and he shot himself in the foot with a prayer to the 7. But a beautiful moment nonetheless with a cheeky little 5-point breakthrough just to finish.
It's my fucking luck I end up with a band of fire worshippers.
Back to Old Town now with Sam desperately trying to recuperate from his earlier mistakes. He's stolen a book from the restricted section, but the officials are awarding no points till they see what's inside.
It's a map of Dragonstone.
And there he goes, but with Gilly from Black Betty trying desperately for the steal, the referee is calling timeout for another steward's inquiry. Let's go to the eye in the sky to see what they mean.
Stannis told me, but I didn't think...
Oh, unlucky there, as you can see from the 2015 season. This is not a secret to Sam.
We haven't Dragonstone.
So no points awarded to Tarly there. Sam instead losing his usual signature enthusiasm for the game and taking the match to a slow. But wait, it's not over yet. Black Betty banged a lamb, sending in Jorah Mormont to the Citadel Arena. A surprise to everyone, I'm sure. No points gained unfortunately, but a shock nonetheless. It will be interesting to see how that one plays out further into the season. And with the game coming to a close over on the Dragonstone pitch, we finally get to see team captain Daenerys Targaryen. Her absence will not have gone unnoticed by the King in the North managers, who are no doubt hoping she will bring the team back from the brink, narrowly avoiding a bad sportsmanship penalty for making Tyrion Lannister of Gary Hooley walk up all those steps. But the ref doesn't see it, and instead we get Daenerys Targaryen as Lady of Dragonstone for a lovely little 25-point promotion, bringing us through to the whistle with a beautiful piece of showboating to finish.
Shall we begin?
A quick look at the scores now, and we can see a team needs a name and Black Betty banged a lamb, suffering devastating defeats at the hands of Pod's Pleasure Palace and the Hounds of Baskerville, with a strong if uninspiring victory for the Winterfell Wanderers in the Battle of the Fire Kiss, and Dinky's gang losing out to Gary Hooley in a narrow match at the bottom. Over to the leaderboard, and no surprises, we see Pod's Pleasure Palace rocketing to the lead thanks to a concentrated effort by heavy hitter Arya Stark, leading the board with a staggering 115 points. Up next we have the Hounds of Baskerville on a very respectable 75 points, with consistently good plays from a number of the team. Trailing at the bottom, Black Betty banged a lap. Their 3 strongest players really deciding to keep to the sidelines this match, and a last minute grab by Jorah Mormont just not quite reaching home. The MVP, surprising no one, goes to Arya Stark of Podrick's Pleasure Palace. Let's see that moment again.
Slaughter everyone.
Winter came for House Frey.
Unbelievable scenes! Looking forward into the season, we have a lot to watch out for. Will Daenerys Targaryen be the big scorer King in the North are hoping for? Will Jorah Mormont's surprising play work out to his advantage? Will we ever get to see Clegane Bowl? We'll find out next week. Happy thronings and Valar Tymagolis.